Good evening, everyone. So, most especially to my teacher, Sir Jake Pomperada. So, today's video, it is all about the final project in computer networking. So, the name of my project is Silay Institute Computer Laboratory Network Project. And as you can see here now on the screen, I am using a Cisco Packet Tracer in order to design my network settings in my project. Okay, so here we have the internet, then the router, the firewall, and the switches and the server, and so on and so forth. So we will have a detailed explanation about all of this. But before that, let's just talk about the network design. Okay, so the network topology that I used here is the hybrid topology. Okay, so I will explain why. So, so hybrid technology is used because I am using different kinds of topology. Okay, so I am using now, the first is I have the star topology. So the individual computer laboratories. So as you can see here now, you have the computer lab 1. So this is the computer lab 1. It consists of 2 switches and then 50 computers. Then the second laboratory, we have 2 switches and 50, 50 workstation. And last but not the least, here, switch 3, 2 pieces, and 50 pieces of workstation. So sorry, I only put 3 workstations. Okay, sobra siya kadamo, but simplify ko lang. So this is what you call a star topology. So in each lab, the computers or workstations are connected to switches. So this is the switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two each per room. And forming a star pattern. So which is the central point. Okay. So next topology that I have used in my design is the bus topology. So in each computer lab, the connection between the switch and the workstations resembles a bus topology. Why is that? So in a bus topology, devices are connected to a single communication line. As you can see here per computer, single communication line. You also have your single communication line and so on and so forth. So this is the connection between the switch and the workstation. Okay. So next is the hierarchical topology. So the hierarchical topology. Okay. So the next topology that we have used is the hierarchical topology. Okay. So the overall network topology exhibits the hierarchical or tree-like structure. As you can see here, this is the branches and this is the main body, so like a tree, right? So the router and the firewall serves as the root node to hierarchy. So we are the firewall and the router. Okay, so this is the router, the 2 routers. And with the distribution switch acting as the backbone. So this is the backbone or core layer. So the computer labs are organized into branches. Okay, they are the branches, and each lab having its own switch connected to the distribution switch. So they are connected here, also here and here. Okay, and last but not the least is this is the topology that I've used, the hybrid. So the diagram provided, you can see on the screen, is a hybrid topology as it uses combination elements of multiple basic topologies, which includes the star, bus, and hierarchical topologies. So by using this allows for flexible design and optimizations for specific network requirements of each computer laboratories of the Silay Institute Computer Lab. Okay? So here are the icons of the devices and devices that I have used. So um, let's name them. Okay. So first is the internet. So this is the icon for the internet connected to the our internet connections. So we have here we have Globe. So the main internet of our school is Globe. It has 1 terabytes data so per second, And also the secondary is the PLDT, which only has 200 Mbps of data. Okay. The reason why the school has two internet connection, it's number one for load balancing, and number two, if either of one of them fails, we could still have an internet connection that we could provide to our students who are studying in the Sila Institute. Okay. So next on the router, so our router that we have used is the TP-Link Archer 7 A1750. Okay, so this is the router. So the next is the firewall. So before the data goes to the distribution switch and to the server and to switches, so the data must come here first. So we have here the firewall TP-Link TL R600 VPN. So this is it. Next is the distribution switch. This is a TP-Link SG1024. So it is 24 port gigabit switch. So the purpose of distribution switch is to connect the switches of every room. So for example, we have here switch 1 into the room 1, which has 50 plus of computers. So we are using two switches that has 48 ports. So overall, it is 96. So that if the school wanted to increase the computers in that laboratory room, we can install it right away. Same as the laboratory 2 and 3. Okay. So the switches here is TP-Link SG2452T 48 port gigabit switch. So two switch per laboratory. Since we have currently have 50 computers, we cannot run on only one switch because one switch is 48, so we're lacking two. So we are using two switches per room. So if we need to add another set of computers, we can do it easily. So we just need internet cable. Okay. And so that is the names of the devices that we use here in the project. Okay. So let's move on now to the next. Let's move on now to the purpose of the server. So this is the server of the whole project. So what is the purpose of the server? So number one is the file storage. Server can store files and data centrally. So like username, passwords of the students who are using computers, their data, so the projects that they are making, applications, and so on and so forth, and allowing users to access and share files from various devices on the network. So number two, we also use the server as the application hosting. So in our school, we are using disk system. So meaning the computers doesn't have a physical hard drive. So we are network type. So the the system is installed into the server, and service can host applications and software that can used by multiple users simultaneously over the network. So using this, the school can cut the budget on buying RAMs or buying HDD rather, and it will cut the cost. Okay, so it is economical. So number four, this the database management. Server can host databases that store and manage large volumes of structured data, providing efficient data storage and retrieval. And number five, it is also used as an email service. So in our school, we are using LMS, and if they want to message the members of the LMS, for example, their teachers, the admin, or they want to chat with the technicians, they can chat it or email the intended person, and the data will go here, and it will going to be sent to the person they are chatting with. Okay. Next is the authentication and authorization. So the servers can handle user authentication. For example, their usernames and passwords in order to use the computer systems and controlling access to network resources based on user credentials. So there are websites that are restricted to them. They can use that and so on and so forth. And last but not the least, the important part of the server is the backup and recovery. So servers can perform backup automatically and recovery tasks, ensuring data integrity and providing mechanism to restore data in case of loss and so on. Okay, so that is my report. To have a summary, here is the internet. We are using two internet connections. Number one is for the globe. The globe is 1 terabyte or 1 tera. What do you call that? Is 1 terabytes of data. And second, we also have the secondary internet PLDT 200 Mbps. And before it goes to the server, it goes first to the firewall using TP-Link, and next is the distribution switch. So the purpose of distribution switch is to manage data from other switches that are connected into every other rooms, okay, and also the server. So on the switches here are managing 50 computers per room. So we have here 50, 50, and another 50, so total of 150. And this is all my explanation of this project. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learn a lot. And if you have any questions, suggestions, and comment, you can just comment down below. Thank you so much and have a great and wonderful evening. Bye, guys.